Hi, fifth grade. I'm here today to talk to you about scatterplots. And the great thing about scatterplots is it's all based on what you already know from coordinate graphs. And you've been doing coordinate graphs for a while now, so we're going to use that knowledge to help you solve for the scatterplots today. Now, first thing, we look here in our table. It says we have days absent and we have report card grades. And you're used to seeing a table like this for your ordered pairs. So all we're going to do at this point is I'm going to label my days absent as X and my report card grade as Y. And we're used to seeing that in our coordinate graphs. Down here we have our X-axis and we have our Y-axis. And then right here, of course, at the bottom would be our point of origin, which would also be 0, 0 for our ordered pairs. Now from here, you're literally just going to be plotting like normal, like you would on a coordinate graph, nothing new. And so basically we're going to start here with our days absent. We always start with our X-axis when we're plotting our points. And we have for 5 days absent, her report card grade was 77. So remember, we start with our X. So I'm going to go over 5 on our X-axis. And then I'm going to go up all the way to 77. And I'm going to plot that point. I do want to talk about something really quick. Looking down here, looking at our X-axis, they're counting by ones. But then looking at our Y-axis, I want to know, what are they counting by? If you want to pause this video real quick and look at it, and then you can just answer. I hope you were able to pause and looking at this, they're skip counting by twos for our Y-axis. And I actually had to, looking at our data here, we had our lowest was 77 and our highest was 92. There weren't enough points here for me to skip count by ones, so we went by twos instead. Okay, I just wanted to point that out because that's going to be really important information as we get further into our graphing. So next we have, for days absent, we have 1, so that would be our X. So I'm going to go over here. I've got my X right here, but then looking at our Y, it is 87. So I'm going to need to go all the way up to our Y to 87, and I'm going to plot that point as well. Okay, and if you want to keep track like this, that's a good thing to do to keep organized in your thoughts. So for my X, next I have 8 days absent, and then the report card grade, it dropped down to a 71. So I'm going to go over to 8, and then I only have to go up 1 for my Y to plot my point. Okay. And this is just a different way to represent sets of data. That's what's great. In 5th grade, you learn so many different ways and different graphs. Okay, so next we have our days absent as X, which would be 4. So my X would be 4, so I'm going to go over 4. And then my Y would be 75. So I'm going to go up to my Y-axis for 75. See, guys, this is just like what you were doing before. And so days absent, 0. So I'm going to just not move at all. I'm going to be at my point of origin. And then report card grade, woo, they got a 92. Nice job. Now I'm going to go up to 92. Wait a minute, guys. I don't see 92 labeled. Well, where would 92 fall? Between what two numbers? What two numbers would 92 fall between? I'm going to let you stop and pause this real quick and think about that. And then we'll continue in just a second. Okay, I hope you were able to pause this video. Now remember, our X-axis was 0, and then our Y was 92. And 92 would fall between 91 and 93. So I'm going to plot that point right here in between the two. Okay, awesome. Next we have our X would be 2 for our days absent. So I'm going to go over for my X, 1, 2. And then the report card grade was 89. So I'm going to go all the way up to 89 and plot that point. And we are almost done, guys. Final would be days absent 3, and their report card grade was an 88. So our X is 3, 1, 2, 3. And to go up to our Y to 88, I'm going to go up, and then 88 would fall in between 87 and 89. Now, I have a question for you, and it's actually right down here. It says, what would you tell Lori's mother about the relationship between Lori's absences and her grades? I would like for you to pause this video and write down your thoughts. What can we tell her mom about the relationship between absences and grades? And going to the right, the absences get higher, as you can see. And then going to the left, the absences get lower. And I can kind of see a trend here. So please pause this video and write down your findings. I hope you were able to pause and really look at this data. And looking at it, I see the higher her days absent, the lower her actual grade is. Look at this, guys. She was absent 0 times and she had a 92. She was absent 8 times and she had a 71. And just looking at how it goes down as the number of days goes up, the number of days absent goes up. So definitely, if you wrote down something about she does better when she's not absent, her scores are higher when she doesn't miss school, or maybe you put her grades go down when she misses a lot. All of those would be acceptable answers to that question. So really and truly, guys, scatter plots are just a different way at looking at a coordinate graph, and we just need to label our x and y, remember which one's our x and which one is our y, but none of this is new. And then it's just reading the data, we're looking at this data so that we can answer some questions. And that's called interpreting data. We're looking at it and we're answering questions and evaluating it. And it's really a fun thing to do. And I think y'all are going to have a really fun week working on scatter plots. Keep working hard at home. We are so proud of each and every one of you.